Maybe.
Alright, I'm back. I had a phone call.
Hello.
Hello.
Sorry, I had the rhythm bot turned like way up. I couldn't hear anything.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I was just messing around with like voice changer stuff, so that's what I was doing. I got bored and I was like, voice augmentation sounds fun.
Okay, so everybody is prepared for today, right?
Yep.
Yes,
Well,
absolutely.
everybody but me.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
That's pretty normal.
I
Not
spent
gonna lie.
I spent the last 3 days just trying to get stuff set up for the stream.
Mhm.
I feel bad now.
It's okay. Lexley did in an hour what it took me to do. It took me like 3 hours to do last night.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Lexley, why'd you have to show him up like that?
Lexley has an art degree, and I haven't done art since I was a teenager.
Same?
Okay.
You still are a teenager, Aaron.
That's the point. It was a joke.
But
I-
I don't know, you guys. You probably saw it in Discord, but what Lexley did is bloody amazing.
It's really cool. So I have your stream up, but I don't know what to do now.
I can't actually find the stream.
It's Antisocial Adventurer.
Yeah, it just won't pop up for me. Maybe I'm spelling it wrong.
Probably.
Probably. Jinx.
Okay.
This is gonna
I don't know
Oh,
how
I
to,
found
like,
it.
Do you think this is gonna get weird?
Yeah. Because I see your mouth moving, I hear you talking, and then I hear you talking again,
Yeah.
2 seconds later.
Do you want me to move into the bedroom? Because I can do that.
No.
Can't you just like personally mute them on your side?
Oh. No, I can't.
Oh
Mutes it for
yeah.
everyone.
It would mute
They need it. They need it for the stream.
Yeah. It would mute them on stream.
Well, I have the stream up, but I can't actually listen to the music because then everything that we say here is broadcast twice to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you can just mute the stream.
I did, but I was really, really interested in the music you chose.
The music is playing in Discord.
Yeah, the music is playing in Discord.
That's what the rhythm bot is.
I had the thing turned on, that's why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why the rhythm bot's in here, so that you can hear the music.
Didn't even realize it was in here.
Let's just say it flew right over their head. It's gone.
It's okay. But you all get to see the wonderful graphic that Lexley made last night.
Yes.
Yeah.
That they did post in character info for painting.
Character info for painting.
It looks really good. I'm like, how? Also, I love all of the DM stats. All 99 and 999.
1,000. There's room for improvement.
It could be 1,000. It could be 100 for all of your stats. There is room for improvement there.
Yeah.
You could be level 100.
Nope. I don't get to be level 100.
You're stuck.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hard stuck 99.
If you think about it in terms of D&D levels, to get from level 99 to level 100, wouldn't it take
30,000 experience.
Jesus, that's a lot of experience.
It's not really. If you're level 99, I'm pretty sure you can get, because
slay a bunch of ancient dragons?
Yeah, well, one CR 25 is worth 50,000. So.
Yeah, that's fair.
And if you're level 99 and you can't slay a CR 25, you got other issues.
Eat it. Does everyone like the art I made for you guys?
Yes. I adore it.
I like it. It's really good.
I cannot distinguish the miniatures from each other on the board, and that's a little bit of a problem.
Okay, so we got. Yeah, I know. I need to maybe I should put markers on them. But right here is Enra.
Okay.
We got the next one in the line is Alarin. Then we got Vera. Then we have Darts.
Darts.
And then
Darts has a cape.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
we have Zella.
Okay. I think
Everyone is like reds and
It's either reds and blacks or greens and yellows.
it's me, a mix of both.
well, so 2 people have whitish gray hair,
Mm-hmm.
2 people have red hair, 2 people have red eyes, 2 people have green eyes. One has green hair, one has yellow eyes.
Yeah.
So anybody that has the stream on, can you tell me if everybody's audio sounds okay?
Okay. I'm gonna deafen real quick so I can listen.
Okay. Because I just wondering if how everyone sounds. Because I need if I need to adjust their volumes, I need to do that before we start.
Hopefully everything sounds okay.
Well, I'm more worried about Angela's volume in Discord.
I don't. It sounds okay. I would just say turn down the rhythm bot on your end. The music is really loud.
The music is very loud.
Okay.
And then it should be just fine. Ooh.
Is that better?
Okay, I made sure Angela's voice is fine.
Okay.
He was complaining that I was too loud.
Well,
What?
if he complains that you're too loud, go slap him.
Since when?
Exactly.
Well, I had her turned on Discord before, and then she was sitting right next to me when she was talking, so it was really loud.
Not a complaint I usually get.
Yeah.
Angela loud? What?
From what I can tell, it sounds better.
Okay.
Sorry, to take a second because my stream is like a little ways behind where we are.
Yeah, there's like a 10-second delay.
Yeah, and so I'm like, okay, I have to listen to this for a while.
Yeah, and last night I found out that so currently I have 2 cameras going. One for Discord and one for the stream. So, there's more stuff I have to figure out, like how, because like right now, you can, if anybody's actually watching besides us, they can hear everything we're saying.
Yeah.
So I need to figure out how I can play music, but we can still talk. So I'll have to figure that out. But I think I have to make yeah, I'll figure it out. I just need to do some learning. I don't know much about streaming right now. So
You could see.
What you could do is download the the soundtrack for Twitch, and while it's loading and waiting, play like some lo-fi beats from that, and then when it's time to play,
Well-
turn that off.
well, the problem is I think I just have to add a second desktop audio, because right now everything is going through that one desktop audio thing. So I think I have to add a second audio track so I can mute the audio of us talking pre-session and play audio over it on a separate track. But
I think that's probably what you're going to do.
yes.
I have my Streamlabs all set up except for music. So as soon as I figure that out, I'm good to go.
I can
And
help you with that.
I'm hoping that I can either find a way to tether the Wi-Fi to my phone, so tether my laptop to my phone, or my Wi-Fi will bear with me and keep up, but that's not going to happen. So, I mean, why not take advantage of unlimited data?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Just hotspot your phone. All right.
Yeah, I just have to figure out how to do that.
All right. We're about to actually go live. Well, we already are live,
Yay.
but we're about to switch over. So basically, we're gonna do some character introductions, and
Okay.
we'll go from there.
Okay.
How are you gonna do the tarot reading?
What?
How are you going to do the tarot reading with nobody but me here? Are you just gonna pick a random card for everyone?
That's what it is anyway.
Yeah, but okay. But I've had tarot readings before,
Yeah, it's
and uh, every time I've got them, I've had to pick the
yeah,
cards that get turned
that's not how
over.
this works.
Okay, fine. Wow.
I'm just saying that's not how Taroka works.
Well then, sorry for questioning you, my lord.
All right, flipping over to the live scene, and there we go. All right, welcome everybody. We're getting prepared to play some Curse of Strahd. And we got everybody here. We don't have any live cams for any of the players or the DM, but you guys can all see the board just fine. All of our character stats are up on the screen, and we're just gonna play some Curse of Strahd. We're gonna start with character introductions, beginning with Darts Belmont.
Hello. My name is Saren. I'll be playing Darts Belmont. He is a half-elf from the Order of the Silver Dragon. I'll also be playing a blood hunter. And the number one thing they always say is get revenge when you can.
Alright. Anything else?
Nope.
Next, we're just gonna go counterclockwise, so we'll go to Enra.
Oh. Hi, I'm Lexley. I'll be playing Enra, the female Eldarin elf, artificer.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. Next next up is Lady Zella Sabi.
I'll be playing Zella, a female Yuan-Ti pureblood. Don't expect anything nice from her.
Okay. That's all. Alright. Next up is Vera.
I'm Alexa, and I'm going to be playing Vera. Vera is a half-elf paladin. You can expect very nice things from Vera. She wants to be everyone's friend, but the second you do something against her or her god Palor, that completely changes.
Anything else?
Nope, I think that's about it.
Alright, and last but not least, we have Alarin Morninggold.
Hello, everybody. I am Josh. I'm going to be playing Alarin Morninggold, a Kalishtar bard. About it.
Okay. I might have to turn Josh up just a little bit.
I can speak louder if you want. That's fine.
Okay. Well, with party introductions out of the way, like I said before, we are going to be playing Curse of Strahd. The party has all been summoned. The characters have each been summoned. I can hear me over your mic. Each been summoned to the town of Daggerford by a strange invitation sent to themselves, or maybe possibly a benefactor that they all some of them have, and it all begins to a party of seasoned adventurers such as yourself. What you see is but another dull tavern in another dull town in some nameless province. It is but another span of time between the challenges of true adventuring. Outside the tavern, a fog lies over the town this evening. The damp, cobbled pavement glistens as the lights of street lanterns dance across the slick stones. The fog chills the bones and shivers the soul of anyone outside. Yet inside these tavern walls, the food is hearty and the ale is warm and frothy. A fire blazes in the hearth, and the tavern is alive with the tumbling voices of country folk. Suddenly, the tavern door swings open, and a hush falls over the room. Framed by the lamp-lit fog, a form strides through the doorway. His heavy booted footfalls and the jingle of his coins shatter the silence. His brightly colored clothes are draped in loose folds about him, and his hat hangs askew, hiding his eyes in shadow. Without hesitation, he walks up to your table and stands proudly in a wide stance with folded arms. In an accented voice he says, "I have been sent to deliver this message. If you be creatures of honor, you will come to my master's aid at first light. It is not advisable to travel the Slavich's woods at night." He pulls from his tunic a sealed letter addressed to all of you in beautifully flowing script. He drops the letter on the table. Take the west road from here, some 5 hours' march down through the Slavich woods. There you will find my master in Barovia. Amid the silent stares of the patronage, the man strides to the bar and says to the wary barkeep, "Fill the glasses, one and all." Their throats are obviously parched. He drops a purse heavy with gold on the bar, and with that he leaves. The babble of the tavern voices resumes, although somewhat subdued. The letter is lying before you. The seal is in the shape of a crest you don't recognize. And that's where we're gonna begin. So you guys are sitting at a tavern table, and you have this letter in front of you. What are you guys gonna do?
I will try and open the letter.
Okay.
Bella will have her scribe open the letter for her
Okay.
and read it in their head. Wait, she can read minds too, as well as talk?
What does telepathic say?
Or is there multiple?
I'll have it him read it out loud to me.
Okay. You're gonna have him read it out loud.
Yeah.
Where is my... Oh, crap. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm really bad at this. Okay, here we go. Ugh. Zella's attendant unfolds the letter and reads, "Hail to thee of might and valor. I, a lowly servant of Barovia, send honor to thee. We plead for thy to so desperate... We plead for thy to desperately needed... I think it's supposed to be for desperately needed assistance. The love of my life, Arena Kolyana, has been afflicted by an evil so deadly that even the good people of our village cannot protect her. She languishes from her wound, and I would have her saved from this menace. There is much wealth in this community. I offer all that might be had to thee and thy fellows, if thou shalt answer my desperate plea. Come quickly, for her time is at hand. All that I have shall be thine." It says, Kolyan Ivanovich Burgomeister. And that's the end of the letter.
Well, we should probably get going. This seems to be urgent matter.
Yes, but we should leave at morning light, as we were warned that the roads are not safe to travel during the night.
This is very much true. At first dawn, we should leave.
Okay. So do you all take your leave for the night and rest for the evening?
Yeah.
Alarin's probably gonna perform one last number before we leave for the day, and
Okay.
just kind of throw some encores out there.
All right. How about you give me a performance check?
Okay. We're looking at 19.
19?
Yep.
It is a beautifully moving, although because of the air in the tavern, it becomes almost kind of somber as you play the melodies that you're used to.
I will rest for the night after my performance.
All right. The following morning, you all awake. You break fast, and you prepare for your day's journey. Doesn't give me an exact time. Hold on.
Looks like it's time to pack up.
guys travel the roads, and after a while you come upon a not so well-traveled roads, but this is what you see. Black pools of water stand like dark mirrors in and around the muddy roadway. Giant trees loom on both sides of the road, their branches clawing at the mist. And yeah, it's almost kind of like a gateway that you're walking through. I don't know if you've all seen them before, where like trees grow over the road. But yeah, you guys are walking through this, down this, not really muddy, like it's muddy, but not like stick your boots muddy. But there's pools of water, and it seems as though it rains quite frequently. After about 5 hours of travel, you come upon the fog spills out of the forest to swallow up the road behind you. Ahead, jutting from impenetrable woods on both sides of the road, are high stone buttresses looming gray in the fog. Huge iron gates hang on the stonework. Dew clings with cold tenacity to the rusted bars. 2 headless statues of armed guardians flank the gate, their heads now lying around the weeds at their feet. They greet you only with silence. You guys are at the gates of Barovia. And as you approach, the gates begin to swing open with a hissing, screeching sound, almost as though they haven't moved in centuries. But they move freely. Do you guys cross through the gates? You see no guards, no other people. The gates just swung open for you as you approached.
Before we go through the gates, I feel that Darts would probably look back one last time to admire the greenery.
All you see is fog.
Vera, despite being upset at the mist and not being able to see the sun anymore, kind of almost too happily skips through the gate,
Okay.
taking the first steps.
Alright.
And I would shortly follow,
Darts
passively
will probably
inspecting,
after.
Okay.
Sorry about that. Keep on going.
passively inspecting the gate to see if they open by mechanical means.
Okay. What's your passive
Hello.
investigation? Or are you actually looking?
Allerin would
I'll
also
actually
like
look
to,
on my way by, but I'm not gonna like stand there and investigate it. Just
Okay, give me a perception
Just,
check.
at 12.
You're unable to really see what means the gates move by. Alright, so let's go
Allerin's
next.
going in, but he would just like to admire the architecture as he goes past. Maybe take some inspiration for it.
Yeah, it's two large, full plate, like massive, like statues built out of stone, but they look like knights in full plate with great swords. The heads are removed and they have fallen to the ground near the outside of the gate. But yes, it's massive gate.
Zella would be at the back of the group, but her attendants would be behind her.
Okay.
And she would be very cautiously, but also not scared, just confused. Not really confused. Just meh.
Yeah.
Cautiously meh.
This is nothing
Walking
she hasn't
through.
seen before, but it is also.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
And
like
darts.
it's a new place, but it's not that pretty, so she doesn't care.
And darts, what were you doing?
So, as Vera, trots along, he kind of just like struggles to try and keep up with her.
Okay. No one's going anywhere near the mist.
The
Zella
mist
would be
behind
keeping.
us.
Yep.
Zella
No.
would be keeping an
We're moving
eye out on
Away
it.
from the direction we're trying to go.
Okay. Zella, you're keeping an eye out.
Yeah,
Okay.
because mist and fog and shadow is kind of her thing.
Yeah. Give me a perception check.
Give me a second. A dirty 20.
30-20. In the mist, you can see, very vaguely, even with your 20, you see very vague, semi-humanoid shapes with extra arm length, almost like it's a full human body, but the arms seem almost to drag on the ground as it just kind of moves silently through the mist, and fades almost as fast as you see it.
Does it look like it's threatening behavior?
No,
Or
it seems to be just
Okay.
traveling in the mist.
Okay.
Not even the head didn't even turn to peer at you.
Okay. And then she would keep walking.
Alright. Within the gates, towering trees whose tops are lost in heavy gray mist block out all but a death gray light. The tree trunks are unnaturally close to one another, and the woods have the silence of a forgotten grave, yet exude the feeling of an unvoiced scream. Alright, let's see. Oh, jeez. Okay. Alarin,
Yes.
you catch the scent of death on the air.
Then, I'm gonna mention that to everybody.
Alright.
There's a scent of death.
Can
Lingering.
Darts make an active check to try and pick up the scent?
Sure.
Ooh, that's
This
not
mention
good.
and with the lack
15?
of light, Vera is visibly upset.
A 15?
Yep.
That would be high enough. You do catch the scent of death.
Oh god, you're right. It reeks.
Are you guys going to follow it, or are you just going to continue on along the road?
Could I potentially look around and maybe look up into the trees, seeing as that's the only new feature around? Try and see where the scent is coming from.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead. Take a perception check.
Okay. Ooh. 8.
8.
8.
You
My
still,
passive perception is better than that roll.
yeah. So we got Vera. Okay.
Alright, so we went through these gates and we're still on a road, but we
Well-
don't see a town ahead of us.
You don't see. You just see looming trees everywhere, and then you have the scent of death in the air.
So like a humanoid death or animal death or
You just
like gross plant life death.
it is
It
the
is-
smell of rot and decay of a corpse.
Well, Enra would look at the other folks here in this strangely summoned group, and say, "Let's not linger much longer." Yeah.
You're right. We should probably get going before that scent rubs off on us.
Yes, because that's exactly my concern. And moves to progress our travels.
Okay.
Zella says nothing. She just follows.
Farrah is ready to get back into hopefully sunlight.
Okay. All right. You guys travel through the woods. After about an hour, you hear the low hollow of a God damn it. Of a wolf in the distance. Just a singular voice of this wolf calling out to its fellows. You haven't seen it, you just hear it.
Is there a direction to the wolf howl?
It is coming from the east as you guys progress.
Could I make a history check to see if I would know the general coming back into Barovia?
Sure. You guys are. Well, actually, I'm sorry. The voices the wolf's voice is coming from the north. You guys are at the eastern side of Barovia, so it's coming from the north. I'm sorry, that was my mistake. You guys are traveling west.
I rolled an
Okay,
18.
okay.
My total's 18.
Yeah, that's you know that you're in the Slavich woods on the old Slavich road, leading to the village of Barovia.
We should continue going forward. Let's try not to linger too long. Those wolves don't sound too happy.
All right, then Enro just presses on.
What kind of pace are you guys moving at?
I would like to think just like a standard stroll, and then
Probably a cautious pace.
There would move a bit brisker.
Yeah.
Because she's ready to get out of these woods.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Okay.
Stella wouldn't be walking slow, but she would be walking floaty.
if
Like,
I'm talking in terms of character movement, I'd probably go in 20-25 feet a minute or feet a turn. That's about how fast I think we'd be going. Not full movement speed, but not quite middle ground.
Yeah.
That's what I would think.
Okay. So you guys are keeping like a moderate to slightly faster than moderate pace.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Zella would be petting her snake that's quietly like draped up over her shoulders.
Do I hear hissing?
No,
No.
it does not care about you.
All right. So I need all of you to make me perception checks, and I'll be right back.
Okay.
Oh, that's not too bad.
That's a nat 20. So 27.
21.
I don't think he can hear us.
I
Hold
know.
on.
He said he'd be back.
Not so good, not so bad. Kind of in that average range.
I mean, I'd rather be average than below average.
Tremor.
Okay, so what did everybody get?
Call out names so we don't have problems like we did our last campaign.
All right, Darts, what'd you get?
Got a 21.
Okay. Enra,
11.
Zella,
12.
12.
Yes.
Okay. Vera,
10.
13.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then Alrin.
Nat 20, so it comes out to 27.
Nice. Yeah, as you guys are traveling, at your basic pace, you, Alrin and Dart, you catch the scent and the sounds, and even Alrin, you even see it as they kind of move quickly but quietly through the woods. You see a large wolf, probably twice the size of your average human, and 4 smaller wolf companions traveling through the trees at a rather quick but quiet pace, trying to catch you off guard.
Could I
Definitely going to mention that to everybody.
could I do a survival
they're
check to
tracking
see if
us.
they're trying to track us?
Oh no, they're coming right at you.
Okay.
Alright,
Okay. So we do now.
definitely mention it. We're gonna definitely have to get ready for a fight because there's
So
a giant wolf.
Dart's
coming at
just
us.
reactionary. He'd probably whip around to the exact location that he can see, like, the closest one.
Oh, they're attempting to cut you off as you travel. So the
He's just gonna try and make eye contact.
So you see, let me move these treetops so you can see a little bit better. All right. So you can see wolves coming up here. A wolf is coming over from this way. You got 2 more, and then the large wolf is bringing up the rear, but it seems to be the leader of this group and kind of holding up. So you're trying to stare down one of the wolves?
I'd probably be staring towards the larger one.
Okay.
Just, being the large one, and knowing that they usually leaderize the largest wolf.
Yeah.
So they're just gonna try and stare them down and like predict their movement.
Okay.
How Alarin would like to ask a question. How intelligent are they? Like, can I perform my mind link with the alpha wolf, or are they just animals?
They're literally just beasts.
All right, so,
They have like a 2 intelligence.
all right. Well, I have the possibility to speak with anything that can speak with a language. So as long as they had the potential to be intelligent,
Well, they
could have potentially talked it out.
They don't speak any languages.
That's what I asked.
So as this is happening, Darts is like slowly pulling out their weapons.
Okay.
And telling the group in a hushed voice, "Slow down."
Okay. Is anybody else
Vera
reacting?
doesn't slow. Vera doesn't slow. She halts, almost immediately, and is looking around, trying to figure out what's going on.
Alarin's definitely going to stop and pull out his rapier.
Okay.
There's wolves among us.
Seeing that Darth and Alarin have now pulled out their weapons, Vera gets out her warhammer, ready.
Okay.
Zella's snake wraps around her arm and head rests in her hand.
Enra also stops, and you see her pull out a wand-like object made of metal and wood.
Okay. All right. As you guys are preparing for battle, the wolves coalesce closer. And since you're all prepared and you saw them, we are going to roll for initiative, as these wolves are not giving up the goat. And I will call your names for your initiative when I'm ready. Oh my god. Alright,
Ooh, that's not too bad.
darts.
23.
Excellent. Enra.
20.
Then we got Zella. Zella.
10.
10.
10.
What's your dexterity
So
modifier?
I got a +3 for initiative.
Okay. Just asking. Alright. Vera.
17.
And Alarin.
16.
Alright. First up in initiative, we have darts. What are you doing?
Okay, so Darts is going to, like, run over, like, 10 feet away from the large wolf.
Okay.
And he's going to crack his whip and try and hit the wolf with the whip.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Does a 21 hit?
Yes, a 21 hits.
Just have to double check.
No, that's
That'll be 7 points of slashing damage.
okay.
And as a bonus action, Darts is going to fire off a crossbow bolt from their hand crossbow.
Okay.
Does a... Oh, that's a natural 20. Okay, that's a crit.
Nice.
That'll be 13 points of piercing damage.
Okay. Nice. Excellent.
And they're just gonna say, "Leave now!"
Alright. Are you attempting to intimidate?
Yes.
Okay, give me an intimidate roll.
Intimidation. 20. Dirty 20.
It looks, after taking such a massive hit, the large dire wolf looks taken aback, but unfazed. As best a wolf can look taken aback. Alright. If that's all for darts, we're gonna go to Enra.
Alright. So, Enra will take aim. Actually, yeah, we'll take aim at the wolf that's closest to that tree there.
Okay.
And I will take a shot at it with my pistol.
Okay.
And let's see. D&D Beyond. Does a 19 hit?
19 does hit, yes.
Sweet. Alright. That'll be 13 points of damage.
Okay.
So
Your pistol.
she takes
Yeah. Go ahead.
aim, and you all hear this loud ringing, concussive blast sound shoot out. And then, as a bonus action,
The bullet, the slug fired from your pistol, impacts the wolf that you aimed at, and its head, it just hits it in the side of the face, and you can see its face cave in from the force, and it just collapses to the ground.
Yeah. And then as a bonus action, I will do defensive field.
Okay.
And so after shooting off, you see the armor kind of get like this static, like blue static glow to it.
Okay.
And that's all.
And what does that do?
I gain 3 temporary hit points.
Okay, cool. Alright. At the end of Enra's turn, we're going next to Vera.
Vera's gonna cast Thunderous Smite.
Okay.
As her bonus action. And then she's gonna move to the wolf. Yeah, right there.
Okay.
And smash down on it with her warhammer.
Okay.
It's gonna be an 18 to hit.
18 hits.
Okay.
Excuse me, which wolf is the one that's dead?
The one that was over here.
Okay.
So you still have these 3. And the big one.
It's gonna be 13 damage.
13 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Your warhammer, you raise it up, and it just slams into the, like, between the front shoulders of this wolf, and you just hit it with so much force, and with the thunderous smite, it just cracks the wolf's body, and it collapses to the ground as you kind of just basically...
Can I use my reaction?
Sure.
My blood curse of the fallen puppet?
Okay, what does that do?
So when a creature you see within 30 feet of you drops 0 hit points, you can use your reaction to give that creature its final act of aggression. That creature makes immediately a single weapon attack against a target of your choice within its range. I'm going to amplify it,
Okay.
so it can move half their speed,
Okay.
and it also adds a +1 to their attack roll. I'm going to move it to the big wolf.
Okay.
And I want it to attack the big wolf.
Okay. Make one single attack roll. That is a 12. It misses.
Okay.
And make sure you take the points of damage for your amplify.
Yep.
Okay. Alright. Anything else for you, Vera?
Nope, that's Vera's turn, I think, unless she has more movement.
Maybe 5 feet.
Yeah, she's gonna skip it for now.
Alright. Alarin.
Alright, so I am going to I'm gonna cast Vicious Mockery at the Alpha Wolf. They don't actually need to understand me, they just have to know they've been insulted.
Okay. You make some rude gestures.
I'm just gonna make some rude gestures, and that's a 14 Wisdom save.
Okay. That would be an 18.
Yeah, 18.
Sorry, saves. He's unaffected by your rude making fun of his mother.
Okay.
And for better clarity with the fallen puppet, you see as Vera strikes down her hammer on the wolf, and it collapses to the ground. You see it kind of reanimate temporarily, not like an undead, but it just haltingly moves towards the large wolf and attacks it. But anything else for you, Alarin?
I'm trying to see if I can use my bardic inspiration as a bonus action.
It is a bonus action, yes.
Oh, then I would like to use my bardic inspiration as a bonus action to inspire the blood hunter.
Darts?
Thank you.
Darts.
Okay.
Yep.
What do you say? Or what do you do for your bardic inspiration?
Let's see. I'm just going to say, get that giant mangy mongrel and kick its ass.
Also, what
or something
die
along
is
those.
your
It's-
Bardic inspiration is 1d6.
1d6? Okay,
Yep.
thank you.
For 10 minutes, you can add it to one of your rolls or a saving throw. And you can do it after seeing the roll, but before knowing if the DM has made his roll.
Okay.
And so that's one of my inspirations done.
Okay. Alright, with that, with the end of Alan's turn, we have Lady Zella.
Zella's going to kind of gently hold her snake out with one hand, and with the other, she's going to cast Chromatic Orb.
Okay.
And throw an acid orb
Okay.
at this thing.
At the big one?
At the big one, yeah.
Okay.
Then I have to make an attack roll. That is a 25 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
3d8. Well, that's what the
What?
+5 modifier goes to the attack damage, right?
Yes. What? No.
So, no.
Does it? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know
Does it?
Chromatic Orb.
I don't believe it
No.
does.
No.
No, it's
so
just
12.
12?
12.
Your orb of acid splashes down next to this, to the dire wolf, and you can see it start to burn and sizzle on its fur, and you can almost see patches where it's burned away, and it just kind of it was standing proud and strong, and now it's just kind of it's starting to almost seem like it's withering under the force of all the output you guys have put into it, but it's still standing. It's just kind of singed fur, like singed and patchy fur burned away. Anything else for you, Zella?
No, she's just gonna, like, pet her snake's head and be like, good girl.
Alright, with that we got the wolf's turn. This one's gonna move up to one's moving to Enra and one is moving to Vera. The attack against Enra, which that is a 17 to hit, which I know does not hit.
Nope.
And then against Vera, it just kind of lashes out with their fangs, trying to bite you. That is a dirty 20 against Vera, which does hit. And I need you to make me a strength saving throw.
Okay. 16?
16? But
Yeah.
as it latches onto your leg, you take 5 points of piercing damage, and it tries to like pull you down, but you kind of just kick its jaw off of you. Okay. With that, we have the dire wolf charging in at darts, very angry.
Let him be mad.
Ooh, that is a natural 20 plus 5, so 25 to hit.
Yeah.
Payback.
I mean, I crit them, to
Yeah.
be fair.
Yeah. That is 8. That is 11 points of piercing damage as it lashes.
11?
Yep, as it lashes its teeth onto you. And I need you to make me a strength saving throw.
Strength?
Yep.
That is a... Ooh, that's not too good. 14?
14. It grabs into your side with its jaws and tries to whip you to the ground, but you just, as it's pulling you down, you kind of just roll out of its grasp, and it can't quite get you to the ground.
Okay.
All right. That we're gonna go back to the top of the round with darts.
Okay, I'm going to... What should I do? I'm gonna bonus action my Crimson Right.
Okay.
I will take my d4 of damage.
Okay.
And now that will imbue my weapon. Is this creature undead?
Nope.
Okay. So that will be... I'm going to hit it with my whip.
Is that classified as a ranged weapon? Your whip?
My whip is a 10-foot reach.
Yeah. But is it classified as ranged?
No.
Okay.
It's melee.
Okay. Just making sure.
So does a 21 hit?
Yes, it does.
That is a total of 10 damage.
Okay. You strike out with your whip and just repeatedly lash it across its face and across the eyes, and you can just start to see, like, as it just starts to bleed out, like, from all the whip slashes, it just falls and it unmoving.
Bye-bye. Stupid dog. Kick it.
Alright, anything else for you, darts?
Nope. That's the end.
Okay. Alright, then we got Enra.
Alright, now that there's a wolf right up on me, I'll take my pistol and aim straight at the wolf and take my shot.
Okay.
And that'll be an 18 to hit.
That hits.
Right. Alright, and that will be 14 points of damage.
Yeah. The loud bang, the concussive force of your shot slams into your slug slams into the wolf, and it again collapses under the impact as you seem to shatter its spine, because you're just like you aim down at it and just basically point blank fire your pistol into it. All right. Anything else for you, Enra?
Can I use my reaction?
Nope.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do the same. I'm going to amplify it as well. I'm gonna have it run to the other wolf and attack it.
That is a
Well, as soon as it gets back up, I'm gonna punch it.
okay. You can go ahead and punch it. But as you punch it, and it kind of shrugs it off and kind of just, like, haltingly walks its movement over to the other wolf, which it hits for 7 damage. Right. You're gonna move. So that was your bonus action, right? To try to punch it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep, I'm good. I'm gonna stay right here.
Okay. All right. And then, so next up is Vera.
Should She's gonna make another strike with her warhammer.
Okay.
Another 18.
Yeah, it hits.
I'm rolling a lot of 12s.
It's not a bad thing.
It is not. 22 damage.
22.
Yeah.
You basically, as the reanimated wolf latches into the wolf in front of you, you just take your warhammer and you sweep with it right underneath the wolves, and you crush their legs, and it just collapses, unable to move any longer. All right. Well, that finishes that. Anything you guys want to do?
Vera has a strangely giddy look on her face, despite having just killed these wolves.
So, you'll see, Darts pull out this weird, darker flask. It's a potion of healing, and he's going to drink it.
Okay.
Vera is gonna take from her lay on hands pool to heal herself.
Okay.
Well, it's good to know that I'm traveling with more than just civilians.
That was actually a really good one. I healed 8 points.
Good.
Zella's just pointing at her scribe to write that down.
So,
She doesn't say anything.
Darts
she
is
just
going to
points.
also do one other thing.
Okay.
They're going to try and collect blood from the big dire wolf
Okay.
in the same bottle that he just downed.
Okay.
Can he yeah, he's just gonna store that away.
Okay. Give me a medicine check.
That will be a 19.
19. Okay. Yeah, you're able to refill the bottle from the blood of the direwolf. All right.
All right, I would like to suggest that maybe we proceed a little bit more cautiously. I know we've attracted the attention of these animals. I'm going to offer up to put up a bunch of lights so we can see a little bit better and make sure we don't get ambushed again. So I'm gonna use dancing lights.
Okay.
As a cantrip to just pull up a bunch of lights in a 10-foot radius and kind of spread them out around the edge of the party so we can see a bit better.
What color are your lights? What color are your lights?
Oh, they're gonna be all kinds of colors. We got some greens, we got some blues,
Okay. So
reds,
so you basically
purples.
so you have
Or a wonderfully attractive disco ball.
They are all sorts of personalities.
okay.
They are what they are. They are light, and that is what they are.
So your dancing lights appear and they dance around and they float around, you know, in a good radius around you. They don't seem to actually provide any extra light. Technically the area you're in is considered well lit, but it is just overcast.
How does that work? How does an overcast zone considered well lit?
It's
You can see on a cloudy day.
you can see just fine. It's not like darkness. You can see fine. It's just, you know,
Well, I
It's
figured it would be
Washington
dark
State.
because of the trees.
yeah.
It's Washington
Enra,
State.
Enra would say to you, perhaps we shouldn't advertise our location more than we already do.
The lights will help. They'll help, I swear.
So we need to have
That firearm was very loud.
these additional lights. helps the scenery.
As a bard, I know I can't please everyone. I just have to please who I can.
You sing
And
this very, very
I
greatly.
please myself, as long
Enra
as-
sighs and starts carrying forward.
Alright, so you guys are moving on.
Yep.
Mhm.
You guys travel for a good little while, and as you're traveling, you following this road, this mucky, wet, damp road, in this overcast kind of. It's not like humid, but it just seems overcast. It's not rainy or anything. You just don't really get to see. You don't get the full sunlight effect of it being daytime.
Question.
Sure.
Over this time, about how long do we have?
When the wolves attacked you, you were beginning to see the end of I guess exit of the forest area that you're in. They seem to have interrupted you just as you were about to get to the edge of the forest.
Okay. While we're traveling, would there be enough time? 4 hours worth of time?
No.
Okay.
No, it's maybe
Never mind then.
It may be about half an hour to the edge of the forest.
So the trees appear to be thinning, is what you're saying?
Yes, the trees appear to be thinning. As you reach the edge of the forest and you come into this massive clearing in the trees, you can see in the distance. Well, yeah, you guys can all see in the distance. You can see probably about a half an hour's walk or so away. You see a village to the west, and to the south of you you see a river, and this river flows as clear as a blue winter sky through the valley. So you're now out in this opening in the forest. Beyond the village you can see more of the woods. You can see you're basically surrounded on all sides by this forest, by this wood. But yeah, you can see a village about roughly a half an hour's walk away from where you currently are.
Vera, see the sun.
You do not see the sun.
Man,
The sun is obscured from your vision. It is well lit, but you cannot see the sun. It's very gloomy and kind of like I would guess it kind of puts a slight damper on Vera's spirits.
kind of as soon as we pass through the last bit of trees, Vera kind of looks at the skies, looking for the sun, and then notices that there's not one, and is like, pout.
Okay.
Just very pouty.
Stella is judging you. Quietly. Quietly judging you. Like her eyebrows do the Brandon eyebrows thing.
They furrow.
The grumpy eyebrow.
Well, the one raised.
Oh.
Ah, yes. Can Vera do an insight check?
Okay.
Say what now? Vera's doing an insight check on what?
On me?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
22?
He's judging you.
she's very obviously judging you.
Alright, well,
gonna
we're through the woods now, and I can kind of see that one of my party members isn't quite so happy with the state of the gloom. So I think I'm gonna pull out my lute and maybe play us some music as we enter the town,
Okay.
as we get closer to town.
Sticks her tongue out through her pout at Zella, and then returns to pouting, crossing her arms like a grumpy
Like a
child. Yeah.
Zella does not change her face. She is still judging you.
Maybe I am traveling with civilians.
Alright.
This is just how she is.
As you guys travel the road, you begin to approach the village. Tall shapes loom out of the dense fog that surrounds everything. The muddy ground underfoot gives way to slick, wet cobblestones. Tall shapes become recognizable as village dwellings. The windows of each house stare out from pools of blackness. No sound cuts the silence except for the mournful sobbing that echoes through the streets from a distance. Okay, so you guys have now entered the village of Barovia. You can see houses lining the streets. You are on like a wet cobblestone road now from the mucky, muddy mess that you had been walking in previously. But yeah, it seems almost desolate.
So Dart's is just gonna have like a look, trying to see anything off.
Okay. Well, looking around the area around you, a lot of these buildings are closed or unoccupied. You can see they're in rather disrepair comparatively to the the towns you're used to, like where everything's well maintained. There's people moving about. Like it almost seems that during the day that nothing seems to be moving around. Why don't you all give me perception checks as you guys kind of travel through the village? And we'll start, same order, Darts, Vera, Zella, or Darts, Enra, Zella, Vera, Alrin.
23.
13.
8.
Natural 1. There it is, you guys.
Nat 20,
Not 20.
27.
Okay. Alrin, in the distance, beyond the village and beyond the fog, looming like a spire above everything, you see a castle. Massive in its size, it looks like a lance piercing the sky. And this is beyond the village, beyond the forest. You can see it in the distance.
God, that is one big building.
You don't get out much, do you?
I really get to play around places that have buildings that large.
Well, just mind your manners to everyone you meet inside that building.
Sarah is too busy in her search for other people in this town to see anything or notice anything.
Would Zella be able to tell that they're like what they're talking about? She's not talking to them. She's just listening.
If Alrin were to point it out, everyone could then notice it. Which I'm assuming he kind of just comment and kind of points to it.
It was an offhand comment. It's like, wow, look at the size of that.
Yeah.
So
You don't see that every day.
if Zella were to be able to see it, she would it wouldn't be a smile so much as like a I'm gonna get that smirk.
Ooh, mysterious.
Oh
Alright.
wow,
But-
that.
But then it quickly goes away and she's just petting her snake.
Enra turns
Pet
to
the baby.
the party. Who had the letter?
Zealous Scribe had it.
Zealous Scribe steps forward reluctantly.
Alright, Enra would ask, alright, who are we looking for in this town then?
You are looking for the Burgermeister.
Burgermeister.
Yeah,
Okay.
You're looking for the
I'm
Burgermeister.
sorry, but this is gonna be horribly off topic, but I can't get it out of my head. The old Christmas movie with Kris Kringle and the Burgermeister. The guy in like the one town that hates presents. It won't leave my head.
It is literally like it is kind of like that. Yep.
Don't give me that image.
But yes, you are looking for.
Okay, so
You're looking for Kolyan Indarovich, the Burgermeister of the village of Barovia. As you guys,
alright, and we would head up to the castle.
you guys are just gonna leave town and go to the castle.
Or is there more of a prominent building in town that would hold position of power?
I think we should definitely look around town first.
Bear's been looking around town. She's trying to find other people.
But yeah, as you guys are traveling through the village, you come to a more central part of the village. You do see a couple of buildings where there is actually light coming from the windows. The first one is the sparse light from this building spills out from behind drawn heavy curtains. A sign over the door, creaking on its hinges, reads Bildris Mercantile. You also see a single shaft of white light thrusts illumination into the main square, its brightness looking like a solid pillar in the heavy fog. Above the gaping doorway, a sign hangs precariously askew, proclaiming this to be the Blood on the Vine Tavern. So those are two major buildings you see in the town square. So one was Bildris Mercantile and Blood of the Vine Tavern.
I say we head to the tavern and see if we can't figure anything out about this Burgermeister character.
It's usually where you can find all the information.
Plus,
Alright.
I mean, there could be people in there, and I could throw up a performance, I guess.
Okay, so
Sure.
you guys are heading into the tavern.
Yeah.
Well, Alarin's gonna go in there.
And Enra is.
He could make some cash. Man. Depends on how many people there are in there.
Sure.
All right. You enter the tavern, and when you enter, you see, like, you can look around and you see that the tavern was once beautiful and well appointed, and it had, like, there's almost this patina across the copper railings, and it doesn't seem to have been well maintained over the years. It's very, like, some of the tables are cracked and chairs have been poorly repaired, but it's grown shoddy over the years. Like, it just seems like someone cared enough to build it and make it look beautiful, but then whoever the new owner is didn't take as good a care of it, or they just didn't seem to care as much. Inside, you find a man standing behind the bar, three humans 2 male, 1 female, colorfully dressed, much like the man that you guys encountered in the tavern who left you the letter, that led you to where you are now. And they're beautifully dressed, and they have more of a darker skin tone, which would almost look tanned, but you've seen the weather outside. It doesn't seem like you get a tan around here. And then a blazing fire is in the hearth, giving it a little bit of warmth in the room, but not overbearing. And then there's a man sitting by himself, away from the 3 colorfully dressed people at the bar, sitting at a lone table. You see a man, human male, pale skin, kind of almost a white blonde hair, and he is just sitting there sipping wine all by himself.
The sight of people, and especially seeing this lone man at a table, Vera's gonna skip over and kind of plop herself down. Hi, I'm Vera.
He looks at you and looks at the others that have entered the tavern, and his once dour expression, like almost kind of like this looming oppression that seemed to be over him, kind of lightens, and he smiles at you, Vera, and goes, "Well, Vera, it is wonderful to meet you. I am Ismark the Lesser, as the people around here call me. I am the son of the village burgomeister, and I am just having a simple drink. If you would all like to join me, that would be, you and your companions may join me, and we can all have a drink together, and we can get to find out why you're here. We don't."
Vera kind of like rushingly waves them over. Like,
I
come on,
feel like
guys.
even before Vera tries to wave everybody over, Darth is already on his way over. Like, just slowly trying to, like, keep an eye on Vera.
A lot slower than Vera. Vera's just like, let's go. Let's make friends.
All right. Is everybody
And
joining?
makes her way over.
Leonard's gonna wander over too. He seems too interesting not to.
I'm sorry, I stepped away.
You've all been invited to have a
people.
drink with Ismark, who's Vera sat down at the table with.
Ismark the Greater.
The Lesser.
No, the Greater.
No, he's the Lesser.
Lesser.
No, Greater.
No, we're not doing that. We're not going there. Yeah. So you all.
Does he look important?
He did.
Overall?
He did mention that he's the son of the burgomeister. In
I
town.
guess reluctantly Zella would come over.
He has offered wine as well.
Yeah, that doesn't intrigue her.
All right. So you all sit down to join him, and he looks at the 8 of you because of Zella's companions that seem to follow her everywhere she goes. He goes, "What brings you all here? It's very odd for strangers to enter the land of Barovia. Even more so to have, looking at you, elves? I guess. We don't get many elves in Barovia, except for that one." And he looks to Zella and he goes, he looks at her and he looks like he's about to say something, but he stops himself to stop him, like he doesn't want to be rude.
Enra chimes in to assist in him not being rude. We received word from your father that there is some trouble.
At the mention of elves, Vera kind of like tilts her head because she's been exposed to elves, and a lot of people have called her an elf, but she doesn't really know what it means
Okay.
per se.
Okay.
Like as she's started adventuring, it's been
Yeah.
something people call her, and then she's like, "Wait, what?"
He in response to Enra bringing up his father, he goes, "Oh, how did he get word to you?"
We received a letter. Where did we just come from?
A small town outside of Daggerford. As you guys were kind of just
Okay.
taking on your way to Daggerford, you were taking a little bit of a break in a tavern, and a brightly dressed man came and gave you a letter that was from the Burgermeister.
We received a letter in the last town that we were in, signed by your father. So, if you could direct us to where he is, that would be wonderful.
May I see the letter?
Zella sighs and the scribe like jaunties up a little bit and hands over the letter.
He quickly reads it over, and he goes, yes. Interesting. That is fortuitous. I actually have been hoping or looking for some aid in escorting my adopted sister, Arena Kolyana, to the village of Valaki. It's a small settlement in the heart of the valley. And it is my hope that it will bring her further from the demon of Barovia.
Demon? Demon, you say? Tell us more about this demon.
And he, as you say that, he kind of looks behind you to the three colorfully dressed people at the bar, and he kind of motions you all in a little bit closer, and he goes, "We don't speak his name," and this is a really hushed tone. We don't speak his name, but it is Strahd von Zarovich, the master of Barovia.
As soon as Darth hears that name, he just goes, like, dark, I guess? Like, he just, like, looks down.
He
And,
turns
like, kind
emo.
of seems... No, he just, like, looks down and seems angry.
Okay.
That name means nothing to Zella, so she.
Yeah,
It
it
would
means
be-
nothing to us other than the title that goes with it.
Yeah. Vera is once again very confused. The mention of demon.
And Ismark looks at all of you, sees the expressions on some of your faces, like you almost seem unaware of who this Strahd von Zarovich is, except for Dart, who kind of withdraws and is more broody than normal. He goes, "But we must not speak of this here. Why don't you all join me and come to my father's mansion? We can talk more freely there."
Yes, lead on.
Right. And I think we will take a little bit of a pause here, and we'll take a little bit of like a 10-minute break or something, so people can use use the restroom and everything, because that's kind of a good place to take a little cheeky break. But yeah, why don't you guys all be back in 15?
You got it.
Okay.
Doo-doo-doo.
Oh.
What are you laughing at?
None your business.
Well, fine then, rude.
Oh.
Just gonna let you know I am proficient with these hands. Don't make me punch you.
Just so you know, you're not proficient in intimidation. You don't scare me.
You're right.
Why is this what I come back to? Oh my gosh.
Don't make me whip you into shape.
Child.
Alright, so for everybody watching and anybody that may watch, you can go ahead and leave a follow, like us, you know. If you like what we're doing, we're going to be doing it every Sunday at 1 p.m. CST. So you can come back every Sunday and check us out, and we'll see what's going on. But yeah, hope everyone's having fun, enjoying the content that we're providing, and we'll see how it goes. And obviously, we're gonna be updating things because I know we are still in the early stages of this, so.
That's an adorable stream follow animation. Just saying. I figured since I was here, I might as well.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
But yeah, that was adorable.
That's like the basic one. The Streamlabs comes with. But I still like it. I might just keep it forever.
Yeah, I like that one a lot.
Optimized all of my little animations and sounds. I'm very excited to start streaming again because my tools have upgraded.
Like, obviously, you know, it'd be nice. Oh, wow. That's cool. My camera fell.
Well, technically, that's not cool at all.
Loosh?
Oh my god, why did my camera fall? Now it's like gonna be messed up.
Oh no.
How about not?
Oh, Jesus. Stupid cameras. Oh my god. Okay.
Tell the camera to don't. If you tell it not to, it can't do it.
Okay, give me 1 sec.
Those are the rules.
If someone is robbing you, just tell them not to, and they legally can't.
If somebody's robbing you, I don't think legalities have anything to do with it.
That makes me think about
That was the whole joke, but
makes me think of something I was watching earlier.
Someone's stabbing you, just tell them you don't want it. They can't legally do it.
it's against their consent.
It's against your consent. They cannot do it because you did not give them consent.
This is non-consensual stabbing.
What is consensual stabbing?
That would be theater.
That too.
Alright, hopefully the camera will hold up for the rest of the stream and I can get it fixed later.
Okay.
Alright, is everybody back?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Following the lead of Ismark, you exit the tavern and he leads you down a southern road, past the Bildress Mercantile, and then as you pass it, a moaning sob floats through the still gray streets, coloring your thoughts with sadness. The sounds flow from a dark, two-story townhouse. So, as you travel down the southern road here in the village, you pass a two-story building that you can hear like this haunting, sobbing sound coming from. And as you pass, Ismark looks at you all and goes, "Do not mind Mad Mary. She is an odd one."
Odd one, you say? What's wrong with her?
We do not speak of it. It is not.
Just like you don't speak his name.
Well, there's a lot of strange things in Barovia, and it is not in public that things should be spoken of.
Then let us continue on, so that we may finally speak.
Very good wisdom. And he leads you south, and you As you approach the end of the road, you see a weary-looking mansion squats behind a rusting iron fence. The iron gates are twisted and torn. The right gate lies cast aside while the left swings lazily in the wind. The stuttering squeal and clang of the gate repeats with mindless precision. Weeds choke the grounds and press with menace upon the house itself. Yet against the walls, the growth has been tramped down to create a path all about the domain. Heavy claw markings have stripped the once beautiful finish of the walls. Great black marks tell of the fires that have assailed the mansion. Not a pane nor a shard of glass stands in any window. All the windows are barred with planks, each one marked with stains of evil omen. So, as you approach, Ismark seems to pay no mind to the appearance of the mansion. Seems as though rather used to it. And you can see, you all have relatively high passive perceptions. But as you're walking, as you pass the gate and head towards the front of the manor house, you can see that there's trampled weeds all around the mansion, and you also see within the weeds and the dirt and everything around the grounds, you see what appear to be shambling humanoid footprints and just scores of wolf paw prints.
What happened here?
Ismark looks at you and goes, "We will speak inside. It is better to be protected when you mention these things." And he leads you to the front door. But you guys can easily see that there's, just claw marks and everything all over. Like, all of the wooden surfaces seem to be clawed and just, just damaged from several different attacks on the manor itself. He opens the door and ushers the 8 of you in. And as you enter, the interior of the mansion is well furnished, yet the fixtures show signs of great wear. Noticeable oddities are boarded up windows and the presence of holy symbols in every room. The Burgomeister is in a side drawing room on the floor, lying in a simple wooden coffin surrounded by wilting flowers and an odor of decay. And as you notice this, Ismark goes, "My father lies dead. My sister and I have built this coffin for him, but we are unable to take him to the graveyard to lie him to rest." And he leads you.
Why are you unable to lay your father to rest?
Irina
His
is
spirits never rests in Barovia.
my sister. I can't allow her to leave the house at any time. But let us adjourn to the living room, and I will speak more openly.
Before leaving, Vera holds her holy symbol and kind of pays her respects.
Okay. As you
Zella,
Okay, go ahead.
I was gonna say Zella is noticeably disgusted right now.
Okay.
But she's not trying to hide it either.
Okay. Vera, as you grip your holy symbol, Ismark sees it and he goes, "That's not the symbol of the Morning Lord. Who do you worship?"
Paglor, god of the sun.
I see. Well, it is good to know there is another with divine protection that has entered the valley of Barovia, and I hope that with you here we can stop the menace of the demon. He leads you into a small living room, almost like a living room with a few chairs and a small table, almost kind of set up like a tea room. And he ushers you all to sit in what chairs there are. They're not in the best condition, but he's doing the best he can. And he sits down and he looks at all of you, and you see him pause just before he speaks, almost as if he's listening out for something. And when he hears nothing, he progresses to say, "My father was killed as the Lord Strahd von Zorovich is repeatedly assaulting this mansion in hopes of acquiring my adopted sister Irina, for he believes that she is his betrothed, and he has this power over her that if she were to leave the house, she would be drawn to him. And we've been defending the house as best we can, but I need assistance in escorting my sister away from this village and getting her to a safe place, as far from Castle Ravenloft." And he kind of motions like behind him and to the it's kind of to the north that he motions, and he's motioning towards the large spire-like castle that you had seen when you entered the village. And he goes, "Strahd comes down nightly." Okay, go. I love you too. Go. He motions, or he goes, "Strahd, Lord von Zorovich comes down every night to try and take Irina from the house. But I have been able to bind her and keep her mouth closed. He has this power over her that I don't understand, but I just know that as long as he is not invited into the mansion, he cannot enter. But the power he has over her, she has tried to invite him in, and I just know that if he were to be invited in, it would be a bad time for all of us. But yes, now that you're here, and you received the letter, it must have been sent out prior to his death, which was just a couple nights ago. He must have sent out looking for aid from outside of Barovia. He must have sent it with a Vistani. The Vistani, the colorfully dressed people, the gypsies of this land, seem to be, are the only ones that can travel through the mists of Barovia and beyond. But if you all would be so kind as to aid me in helping me getting my sister to to Valaki, I would be much appreciative.
I will do whatever I can to help.
With the power Palor has bestowed upon me, I will help you.
I need to be here, so
Yep, I will definitely help. We're already here, and I think it could make a great story.
Story that no one's probably gonna believe when I get back.
Priscilla is having her scribe literally write all of this down.
Okay.
He has not stopped writing since they left the tavern thing.
Okay. Good. So with that, as your conversation kind of edges to a close, you hear the creaking of stairs as there's another person in the house that seems to be coming downstairs at the sound of voices in the sitting room. And the door opens and you see a striking young woman with auburn hair and, you know, darker skin, and just, she is beautiful. Like, she appears mild, but she seems a little timid at first at the large group of people that have been invited into her home. And she looks at Ismark and goes, "What are all these people doing here?" And Ismark goes, They are going to help us get to Valaki. They have offered their assistance in us traveling to Valaki and us getting to you to a safer place, further from Strahd." And she goes, "Well, I've already told you, Ismark, I will not leave this house until our father is buried properly." And he goes, I know. But I don't know how we can do it. We need to speak to Father Donovich at the church. But I do not trust that with you leaving the house without protection, we could do it safely. And they both look at the five of you, and she goes, "Well, maybe these people can do it for us. But it must be quick. If we are to leave, we should have him laid to rest today, so that tomorrow we may be on the road. We do not know if Strahd will come for me again tonight." And she bows to you all, and then leaves the room back, and you hear her creaking back up the stairs. So what are y'all gonna do?
Can I make a history check to find out more information on what I know of Strahd and, I guess, alluring people?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because Strahd is undead, would I get advantage because of Blood Hunter?
You don't know that. No.
Well,
You don't know that. you know.
Would my character know, though?
No.
Where is this graveyard that your father needs to be laid to rest?
It is to the north of the village, just outside. You cannot miss it. The the church, and then behind it is the cemetery.
Vera's ready to go. Vera's like, let's do this.
19 on my history check.
From your past, you would know that it's almost Strahd seems to have this compulsion that he allows him to force people to do things against their will. It has never directly been directly confirmed or anything as to where he gets his power from, but it is believed that he gets his power from the dark powers that create the mists around Barovia.
Well, isn't he regarded as like some kind of?
Yes, they call him the demon of Barovia, but he is Lord.
Bay fiend or undead?
They refer to him as a demon. They don't know that he is actually a demon or undead or fae.
Just wanted to double check.
Yep. But yeah. So
Is your father ready to move then?
yes, he is prepared to be moved. Let me get Irina prepared, and we can, if you can all help me bear the coffin to the church, we will head there. And he quickly.
I could definitely do that.
he quickly gets up, and you hear him hurriedly move up the stairs, much louder creaking and thudding as he runs up the stairs, basically. And after about 10 minutes, he and Irina come back down. Irina is dressed in a breastplate. Now she's wearing armor. He's actually wearing a suit of chainmail. They both seem to have weapons on their hip. Both have long swords. They seem to be for defense.
Vera asks how long the walk to the graveyard is.
It would probably burying the coffin. It would probably take you 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
Okay. Before we leave, Vera is gonna cast protection from evil and good.
Okay.
On Irina.
Okay. All right. That's okay. Yeah, So how do you just touch her and speak a few holy words?
It's a touch, but I think there's also a sprinkling of holy water.
Okay. All right.
And a sprinkle of powdered silver and iron, because those are what the materials are.
Yep. But if you had
your
with your holy symbol though, you would obscure the necessity for the the material components. So it would be just verbal and somatic components that you have to perform.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you see her eyes kind of light up, and she feels it almost seems like she seems relieved as this barrier of like your holy presence kind of envelops her. You do notice Vera as you're getting this close. On her neck, you notice two small unilateral like prick marks that seem to be right on her neck. But other than that, you don't see. She's dressed in the breastplate and red and white clothing. Very dulled down, almost kind of drab. And with that, you guys prepare the coffin for transport, and you exit the mansion. As you exit the mansion, the outside just seems almost still. Like you can hear like you could almost hear a pin drop or the beating of hearts, as it's kind of just everything seems to stop as you exit. And then you travel north on the road, leading past Mad Mary's house, past Bildress Mercantile, past the Blood on the Vine Tavern, and after a short walk, you see a church. Atop a slight rise against the roots of the pillar stone that supports Castle Ravenloft stands a gray, sagging edifice of stone and wood. This church has obviously weathered the assaults for centuries on end and is worn and weary. A bell tower rises towards the back, and the flickering light shines through the holes in the shingled roof. The rafters strain feebly against their load. So you see a very dilapidated and not well-maintained church. Oh my god. Sorry.
Are you messing with the camera?
No, it fell again.
How far did it fall? Because all I saw was the shaking.
It almost slapped me in the face.
Oh.
Wow, that is very dizzying on the stream.
Yeah.
The
Yeah, no
shaking of
kidding.
the camera.
Sorry. I'm doing
It's
what I can.
shaking on Discord too.
Yeah, because the other camera's right there too.
It's not so bad on Discord though.
Oh my god. Okay.
Goodness,
What do you
the
have it mounted
stream.
to that it's fallen off?
It was on 3M strips, so it shouldn't have fallen off.
Oh.
But okay.
Oh man, I can't look at the stream. Oh my goodness.
Well,
It's so dizzy.
it should have stopped now. Well,
No, I'm behind.
It's,
so-
yeah, it's delayed.
It's a delayed.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay, and I will figure out a better way to mount them. Okay.
It's okay.
All right. Sorry about that. But yes, you see a worn and beaten church that seems to be not really well maintained. But it seems it's still standing, and behind it you can see a graveyard. As you approach the church doors, the heavy wooden doors of the church are covered with claw marks and scarred by fire. So, it seems the attacks that have been happening against the Burgermeister's mansion also happen here. Yeah. Ismark goes, Donovich lives within, and others from the village shun this church. But the graveyard here is the only place to bury our father.
Why is the church shunned?
He goes, when we enter, you will see. Okay,
Alright.
you guys enter.
I guess we're going in.
As the doors creak open, the doors open to reveal a 10-foot wide, 20-foot long hall leading to a brightly lit chapel. The hall is unlit and reeks of mildew. 4 doors, 2 on each side of the hall, lead to adjacent chambers. You can see that the chapel is strewn with debris, and you hear a soft voice from within reciting a prayer. Suddenly, the prayer is blotted out by an inhuman scream that rises up from beneath the wooden floor.
Was that?
Ismark looks rather nervous. It is Donovich's son, who, yes, he is not himself anymore, and he must be, he was locked away in the Undercroft, but Donovich feels there is a way for the Morning Lord to bring his son back from his madness.
Not himself in what way?
He attacks people, is blinded by sunlight, if he ever were to be in the sun, which rarely ever shines here in Barovia. Go away.
So after hearing that, Darts would probably go talk to, or at least try and talk to the prayer person.
Yep, that's where you guys are headed.
Like, trying to take a lead, more like.
Okay. Yeah. In the rooms, as you move forward through the hall to the chapel itself, where you heard the praying coming from. The chapel is shambles, with overturned and broken pews littering the dusty floor. Dozens of candles mounted in candlesticks and candelabras light every dusty corner in a fervent attempt to rid the chapel of shadows. The far end of the church sits a claw-scarred altar, behind which kneels a priest in soiled vestments. Next to him hangs a long, thick rope that stretches up into the bell tower. And as you enter the chapel and you step inside, from beneath the chapel floor, you hear a young man's voice cry out, "Father, I'm starving!" And the man behind the altar looks up as he hears the voice, and he sees the large group, the 10 of you standing there, carrying this coffin. Yeah, he looks. He looks at you all, and he, in a very hoarse, weak voice, he goes, "What do you want?" He looks just exhausted.
We've come to bury the dead.
The dead do not stay buried in Barovia. Why? And he kind
We
of
need
just,
to lay their soul to rest.
he kind of looks. He looks at you all and goes, "Well, then grab some shovels, and we will bury this unfortunate soul." And he kind of just stands up and walks over to a door behind the altar, and opens it and kind of motions for you all to walk through. And it's a door leading out into the back, into the graveyard itself.
Darts is actually going to stay behind the rest of the group.
Okay.
So as we begin to dig, Enra would question the priest. What do you mean by the dead don't stay buried?
The powers that give the demon his immortality also bring rot and destruction upon everything. I pray.
Immortality?
Yes, yes. And he kind of brushes you off about the immortality thing. He just goes, I pray to the Morning Lord all night to keep the spirits of the dead at bay here inside the chapel and in the graveyard. I do my best. But as you heard, my own son has been returned to me in a state of on death. So who's all digging the grave?
Enra,
Zara would be helping.
Yzma-
Zella would not.
Enra would change out of her watch clothes, or the fancy envoy clothes before digging.
Okay. Ismark also aids. It takes you guys probably about at Father Donovich's request. It takes you roughly an hour to dig a decently deep hole.
During this time, would I try and talk to Donovich?
He's standing right there with the rest of the group at the grave that they're digging. You could.
So I'm going to try and, I guess, try and talk to him and try and lead him away a little bit to try and talk in private.
Okay. He seems uninterested in moving away from the group, but if you were to talk to him about something, he would be more than willing to speak to you. It all depends on what you're trying to talk to him about.
I'm going to try and talk to him about his son.
Okay. He looks a little off-put by your forwardness, but he goes, my son and several other villagers, about a year ago, stormed Castle Ravenloft in revolt.
And they sadly lost their lives there, am I correct? Or at least their living part of their life.
They lost something there. He came back not the same. He is now hungry for blood. And I cannot cure him of this disease. But
Can I attempt to talk with him?
he goes,
You see, I used to be a part of an order. An order of the Silver Dragon. local here, I guess.
As you mention the Order of the Silver Dragon, he backs away from you quickly. And he begins to chant and say a prayer. And
Used to be past tense. You don't have to be afraid.
he is going to
Let's see.
he is going to grip his holy symbol, and a light shines forth from him, and I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw, Darts.
Wisdom?
Yep.
Natural 20, 22.
You feel this holy energy envelop your body, but your strength of will fights back against it, and you're unaffected by it. And he scrambles further away from you, and he goes, "Spawn of evil. Why?"
Let's see. Enra would crawl out of this grave here and be like, "Alright, hold up. Someone needs to start explaining what's going on here."
Vera's gonna get up out of the hole as well and kind of
Can
help
I
him up.
Vera,
can I
She-
try something before they can really get to anything?
Nope, they're out of the hole. It doesn't take them
Or-
much to get out of the hole.
yeah, where Enra's doing her whole, like, calming down, like, two people starting a brawl guard thing.
I mean, Darts, if
there-
you're trying to calm down people, Darts puts his hands in the air and is just like, I'm just trying to talk.
Well, clearly you've upset the man.
Okay. I had to turn that off.
Stella is staying back. Is Irina around somewhere?
She's in the back near you. She's probably pretty close to where you are currently.
Stella's gonna stand by her,
Let's
but
see.
for now she's just quietly watching.
Priest.
I just
I
wanted
seem
to
to
get
be
more
lacking some-
information.
I seem to be lacking information. What causes you so much trouble?
He looks wild-eyed and almost he's almost inconsolable, like that one pointing at Darts. They are the fallen order, and the only thing that comes out of the order is on death. And he just, again, you just see him start to, he drops to his knees and starts a prayer to the Morning Lord, and he seems to almost just cut everybody out.
Is going to make 2 insight checks, one on Darts and one on what's his name?
Donovich?
Yeah.
Okay. I have rolled my stuff. You go ahead.
Alleron's just gonna jokingly say, "Look what you've done
Darts,
now."
for Darts it's gonna be 15, and for I'm blanking again.
Donovich?
That's gonna be a 19.
I mean, from what you can tell, Darts is telling the truth.
Well, it's not so much what does, I guess the question would be, what does Vera see in Darts?
Yeah.
Sees him as good. I mean,
Okay. Donovich is telling the truth as to the undead that rise from the order, and he has done. Go ahead.
How is Ismar reacting to all this?
Um, he seems a little off-put, but again, Ismark
Is
and
he
Irina don't seem to know anything about this Order of the Silver Dragon that they seem to talk about.
just still digging then?
You guys during this time have completed the whole,
Okay.
and you can see that Ismark and Irina are ready to lower. They were getting ready to lower the coffin in, and then whatever's happening right now broke out.
Okay.
Um,
I'm gonna go back to helping them,
I agree. Alarin's gonna go help lower the coffin down because
but then keep an eye on darts if they start moving too close to the priest or bothering the priest again.
Sarah's gonna kind of go over to Donovich. Is that his name?
Yes.
Yay! I'm getting the hang of this. And kind of not interrupt his prayer, but kind of provide comfort.
Okay.
Because she can kind of understand that both parties are coming from a good place.
Okay.
And that both are being truthful.
Okay.
So she's kind of
All right.
not rush his prayer, but once he's out of this prayer, kind of like provide comfort and an explanation as far as she knows one.
Okay. Yeah. No. He seems to, after a few minutes, he seems to settle down, and you can see he looks at you, Vera, and senses the holy presence within you, and goes, "Be careful with that one. But now we are here to lay this man to rest. Let us finish the rites before night falls."
Yes.
Darts is gonna go over and try and help lower the body.
Okay. Alright. You guys easily, between the group, are able to lower the coffin into the grave, and you start covering it with the soil. A marker is placed. And Donovich begins performing the funeral rites for Kolyan Indarovich. He offers many prayers to the Morning Lord in hope of delivering Kolyan's soul from Barovia. After the funeral rites are completed, he looks to your group and goes, "Why are you here? In Barovia, I mean." Ismark speaks up. He goes, "They are going to aid me in bringing my sister to safety from the demon." And he looks at Ismark, he looks at all of you, and he goes, "Then you must take her to the Abbey of Saint Markovia in Kresik. That is the safest place in all of Barovia from the evils of Strahd." And he, like, when he says Strahd, he, like, spits it out, like, almost like it, just having the word on his tongue makes him feel sick.
I know your pain. Strahd took my family, my friends. I'm here to redeem them.
He looks at you and goes, I hope your path is true. And that's all the more he says about it. And but you all must get inside somewhere safe before night falls, especially with that one. And he points to Irina. And
Let's go, Irina. Let's get you inside.
How long before nightfall here in Barovia? I see not the sun.
he looks to the sky. Any time between now and then. We cannot tell when night falls truly, but it will get darker, and the monsters will come out.
Monsters, you say?
Like those things walking outside of the gate before the wait, was it before the forest or after the forest?
It was before the
It was before the
it was
forest.
before you guys even walked in the gate.
Before we entered the woods surrounding this place.
You saw the fog.
Before we entered Barovia.
Yeah, you saw the fog then. I wish you the best of luck. If you saw the fog, you have more to worry about than I thought.
Crap.
Right.
Have you seen me? I think I have a lot to worry about in this place.
He goes, but it is, you must go. You must find a safe place, protect yourselves through the night.
She's cradling her snake at this point. Not scared, just very confused.
Alright. Enra would turn to Ismark. Ismark, will your mansion hold up for another night then? If it is as dangerous as you all say at night, either we make it to your destination before nightfall, or we leave in the morning.
We must leave in the morning, but it will be several days' travel to get to either Krezik or Valaki. So we must prepare. We must prepare for a journey. And we must rest for the night before we leave. We must have a full day's travel prior. But I do not know what will happen during the night. We can defend the mansion as best we can, and we have been, just the three of us. And he looks at Irina, and then he looks at the grave. The three of us defended the mansion as best we could. Hopefully tonight we won't be assaulted with more defenders in the mansion, but we can hold our own inside.
Well, let's get back then.
You see Irina, as you all prepare to leave, Irina goes to Father Donovich and she goes, "Thank you for your help. May the Morning Lord protect you." And he goes, "May the Morning Lord protect you." And you re-enter the chapel, and again you hear the screaming of Duru, Donovich's son, from underneath the chapel, screaming, "I'm so hungry! I need," and it kind of just trails off. you guys exit the church and make your way quickly back to the Burgermeister's mansion. And I think since that's a good place to stop right now, as you guys re-enter the mansion for the night's rest. Yeah, you probably all noticed the camera fell again. But yeah, I think that's a good place to stop for today. As you guys all re-enter the Burgermeister's mansion to prepare for an attempted evening's rest.
Oh, cool.
So,
Cool.
we'll see. I know I have to get the camera mount fixed. 'Cause
Yep.
That's a little bit annoying that it wouldn't just stay up there. But yeah.
I like how the one for Discord would, though.
Well,
Dis-
the Discord one is a lot lighter than the other one. I don't know why it wouldn't. It's fine. I'll mount a shelf. But yeah, I hope you're all having fun.
Of course.
voices. Great voices.
Huh?
Great voices.
I know I'm trying to do voices. I know I'm not like.
You're kind of treading the space between like Russian and Scottish.
It's kind of where it is. But yeah.
But
There's a little bit of interesting stuff going on, and obviously they like to keep things hush hush around town about certain things.
yes. Well, hopefully next time I won't have to keep running away from the.
Yeah, I know you missed.
I've missed like half of it, but it's okay.
Yeah. But yeah. I think the only people viewing right now are people that are in the
Yeah.
Yes.
in the group, but hopefully.
My only note that I have is Burgermeister of Barovia equals dead.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I have a lot of notes.
I
good.
do not, because I have been
Yeah.
dealing with
Yeah.
like
Well,
good.
children.
We'll have to figure out what to do with him. But yeah. But yeah, I think this will go well. I'll get the camera fixed, and I think as long
Yeah,
as
we'll have to figure out what's going on.
yeah, and you guys will have some interesting stuff ahead of you. Especially with your night's rest.
I'm not looking
Imagine.
forward to that.
Lovely. I'm ready, I think. Although I only
No, you're
have-
not.
I only have one spell slot left.
So during the walk, could we technically count that as a short rest?
No.
No,
You're
it's
not
only like
resting.
it's only like it's
You
not very
have
long
not been
either.
restful this whole time.
Zella has been
You have
restful
caused
this whole
much
time.
unrest.
Zella has been restful this whole time. Zella has invested no emotions
Or energy into anything.
or energy.
It
She
seems
wasn't
like
hel-
Zella
she wasn't
would
helping,
be
she
at
wasn't
a
helping
perpetual
carry.
state of rest.
She wasn't helping in carrying the coffin. She wasn't helping in digging, lowering, none of it. She's like, no, I'm okay.
Yeah, the only thing that Darts did was really just,
Piss off the pastor.
yeah,
Piss off
piss on the
the
pastor
pastor.
and help lower the
Upset
body.
Everyone.
Well, I'm sorry, I need information.
No,
I'm
it's
sorry that everybody's sensitive.
Well, if you are from
Wow.
Barovia, which it sounds like you are You should know that everybody's sensitive about the information and they don't want to talk to other
But
people.
here's the thing, I'm only
That
from Barovia, from a
matter.
certain part.
I don't know that.
Yeah, but
None
I'm
of us
saying
know this.
as a player.
Probably the furthest point
What?
away. I'm probably from the furthest place away.
Yeah.
So
Been
none
wandering
of
around
this,
for so long, I don't really technically have a home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, my
Ozella has a
original home isn't Barovia, I can tell you that.
Ozella has a home. And she's wanting to go back to it, but she has to wait.
I'm quite a distance away as well.
Anyway, I'm gonna head out.
Alright. Well,
Alright.
Okay.
we'll catch you all next week. Next
Yep.
week will be I'll be a little bit more sleepy. Than
Yeah.
than I was today, but we'll make do.
Okie dokie.
But as long as you guys, I'm having fun, so.
Yep. I agree.
Yes, 100%.
All right.
I get to piss off more people next week.
You're not just NPCs. Just NPCs. I don't think you're pissing off your party quite yet. But
I mean,
They
Sarah
already left.
understands
Yep.
all of the intention. For the most part, like, I've been killing these insight rolls for good
You didn't-
reason,
you-
but
okay, you didn't kill the insight roll on Zella. Zella just didn't care.
well, I still did really well on
thanks
the
for
roll.
watching, guys.
Yeah, but you didn't
Hopefully
even
we'll get
have
more people
to
live
roll.
next week. But all right, catch you later.
Okay. Whatever.